Joining me is Muralidhar Swaminathan. He's the managing editor of NDTV Profit. Good evening, Murali. Murali, obviously, you know, the Nifty reclaimed 22,000 and in fact went beyond it. Yeah. Do you see this as a vote really for the India growth story? And do you think that whatever doubts or panic that gripped the markets on the 3rd and not on the 3rd exactly, on the 4th actually, has now been put aside definitely?
Yeah, very clearly there is, if I can say it's back to normal, it's business as usual. That's because the markets have got what they have always wanted except on the 4th of June. So what has the markets been playing for the last 1 month or 2 months or 3 months? Forget the 10 years, you know, I think the 3 months in the run up to the results, the markets wanted a continuity, they wanted aggressive action in terms of reforms, growth and development. And when the doubt came on Tuesday, they hammered it down. People just didn't want to have positions. And therefore, you know, you saw that kind of sharp swings. But 2 or 3 pertinent points I would like to make here is that you would ask me who made money or who lost money. So there is this general narrative that, you know, people went overboard on both the days, which is true actually. On Monday, based on exit polls, the markets hit a new high, everybody was exuberant and you could see on the screen all across green was there. Now, on that day, FIs went with the tide, they bought. And next day when the markets crashed, FIs again went with the tide and they sold. But domestic institutions were smart. They went against the tide. They sold on Monday when everyone else was buying and they bought when everyone else was selling. So the domestic institutions made money, which means that retail investors had this confidence that, look, I mean, there is support. So that is the second point. So basically, after today's meeting, which elected the Prime Minister Modi and the NDA government, and the next process is fairing, it's very clear that the next 5 years are going to be development oriented.
Right now, as you said, you know, today, of course, there was a very key meeting. Do you think that the markets will take their cues from that? And obviously, what we are seeing in, you know, form of Modi 3.0 is continuity in reforms, economic policy continuity, and a great deal of stability, if one could put it, at this point in time at least.
Absolutely. See, the market has very clearly, what does the market want? It wants stability. It wants the NDA government led by Narendra Modi. That is very clear now. That cue has been taken and it is priced in. Typically, markets look ahead and price in more than what is required. Okay. Now, it may be, it's not about 23,200 or 300. It's a matter of what's going to happen going forward. Now, every step that the market will now shift focus from the government formation to who gets what in terms of portfolios and what the policies would be.
All right. Thank you very much for telling us that the markets perhaps will be looking at more continuity and the queue is higher and higher from here. Thank you, Murali, for joining us.